What's up guys, it's tech-raccoon back with another video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Behringer B1 microphone. So the microphone you see next to me right here is the Behringer B1 microphone. This microphone retails for 130 Australian dollars, and I'll leave a link for you to buy it in the description below if you're interested, and I'm sure you probably will be after you watch this review because it's a fantastic microphone. But let's start off with what actually comes in the box. So when you open the cardboard box, inside you get a big carry case, which you can see behind me just here. Now this carry case is very premiumly built, it's made out of metal, and it just feels really nice. Now when you open the carry case, inside you have a nice metal shock mount, which I'm using right now. Then you get a nice microphone windscreen, which I have right here, and it's really big in comparison to my face. As you can see, it's a very, very big pop filter slash windscreen. It's probably the biggest one I've ever seen in person. Now I'm really glad that they added in a shock mount and one of these, because this actually works remarkably well, as I'll show later when we get onto the plosive test. But just for the whole start of the video, I'm just going to be using it without this on, just so you get the pure sound and also so you can see what it looks like in the shot and all that. So now let's talk about the microphone, and what better way to talk about the microphone than talking about what hits your eyes first, which is the design, and of course what you feel, which is the build quality. So the design of this microphone is very, very nice. I like it. It's a simple design. It actually resembles the BM700 a bit, but I think the BM700 actually copied this microphone. But anyway, the design is really, really nice, and I like the beige color to it. It just looks really premium and nice. Now as for the build quality, it's made out of a very sturdy metal, very thick. I've pulled apart the microphone a bit to just see how thick the metal was, and it's several millimeters thick, and you can definitely feel that when you hold it in your hand. It has a nice weight to it. Also on the front of the microphone you have a three-way switch. On the left of the switch you have a high pass filter, in the middle of the switch you just have a flat curved profile, and then on the right of the switch you have a minus 10 dB switch. Now this minus 10 dB just quietens the microphone negative 10 decibels. But let's try out the high pass filter just to show you what it does. Alright, I've got the high pass filter engaged, and as you can hear, it just makes the whole sound a lot more treble and mid heavy and a lot less bass. So pretty much just keeps the highs and gets rid of the lows, which is what high pass means. And now let's switch to the minus 10 dB. So now I'm on the minus 10 dB, and as you can hear, it's a lot quieter, and I probably have to shout to make it audible. So let's switch to the normal one. So now I'm back onto the flat profile, and that's what we're going to be using it on for the rest of the video. Now if you take a closer look at the microphone and you look in this top section here, you'll notice that it has a very big capsule. In fact, it's a 1-inch cardioid condenser capsule, and to make things better, it's actually gold sputtered, which means it has a very thin layer of gold on it, which gives it a much better sound. Now this cardioid condenser capsule is very nice, and as you can hear, it sounds really good. It has a nice warmth, has a nice crisp high end. It's a very good sounding microphone. And also, since it has that large cardioid condenser capsule, it has a lot less noise compared to any other microphone that I've used. Even when you pump the gain up very high, you can barely hear any noise, which is really surprising. And I'll actually give a demonstration of how this microphone sounds further away from my mouth a little bit later on in the video. It actually doesn't have any foam around the actual capsule on the inside because it's just too big to fit in with the foam and all that, and it'll probably reduce the sound quality. So it just has the metal mesh around it, so that's why you need one of these. And as I'm about to demonstrate, the plosives on this microphone aren't good unless you use something like this, or of course one of those typical round pop filters that goes in front of the microphone. But let me give a quick plosive test for you. So those were some pretty light plosives if you ask me, and as you could probably hear, they sounded pretty loud. And that's just because of how this microphone is designed. But that's not actually a bad thing, because they do include this in the box, which I'm about to put on, and you'll see it makes a massive difference when it comes to plosives. Alright, as you can see, the microphone's a lot larger now because of that pop filter, but it does actually get rid of a lot of the plosives, as you're about to hear. So let me do the plosive test on this. Those in fact are probably a little harder at the end, and just judging by the waveforms it looks a lot better and it's not clipping. But for now let me take this thing off so I can continue on with the rest of the video. Alright, now I'm actually going to move the microphone further away from my mouth because I've actually gotten a fair few requests on my other microphone reviews to move the microphone further away because some people like to use their microphones like a ruler's length away, so I'm going to put this about 30 centimeters away from my mouth. And I'm going to have to boost the audio a little bit in post, but that won't really add any extra noise. But this is the sound you're going to get a ruler's length away from your mouth, and as you can hear, the sound isn't actually that bad. Obviously there's a bit of echo in my room, not to mention the fact that the fan from my computer, which is actually surprisingly quiet, will affect the noise and that, but still, this is just to give you a demonstration of how it sounds with no audio treatment done to my room. So yes, it's quite echoey, but yeah, this is just how it sounds. So what are my final thoughts on this microphone? Well, for the $130 price tag, this microphone is a fantastic deal. You get a very good build quality and a fantastic sound quality with very low noise. Now, would I recommend this microphone for that price tag? Obviously yes, as I mentioned, but as you're going to find out in the next video, which is going to be this microphone, this is the Behringer C1, the sound is actually surprisingly similar. So if you don't have the money or you're just squeezing to get that money, then I'd probably go with the Behringer C1. But if you do want to go that extra mile for the best quality when talking, and especially when singing or playing a guitar or just any instruments, this microphone is going to be top tier. So yes, this microphone is fantastic for any use case, and it's my new favorite microphone. So if you did enjoy this video, drop a like on the video. If you didn't, drop a dislike on the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I'm going to be comparing it to all my other microphones like the Behringer C1 and the XM8500 and the Rode NTG2, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.